Paddy, what's your second name?
Born.
Paddy Bourne. And where are you from?
England originally.
You're obviously a Dubliner, yes.
Yeah.
Born and bred. And Ringsend was obviously, it's been well known, well documented. A lot of people who worked on the boats.
It's a marathon.
Yeah.
You could call it a marathon village, you know.
Yeah, it just had nothing but families of just people who worked on the boats.
Yeah. Well, down there you'll find them, no problem. Nearly all did. But at the time you either went to sea or you went to the bottle house. There was only 2 jobs available in Dublin.
Yeah.
Where did you start?
I started trawling first.
So
A trawler.
for fish?
Yeah. It's not a job I could get. It was a start, you know. It was terrible hard to get a start at the time. Because there was no one worked, like there was no jobs. It was the start of the war. And I think it's bad now. Like every place is closed.
So you just took the job, whatever job you could get your hands on, and that just.
Well, I was looking to go to sea, you know.
You always thought that.
There was a knock on the door at 7 o'clock this morning, and a man had one of the crew of the trawler had been taken away with an appendix, so I got his job.
Well, that's lucky for you, I guess, right?
Yeah.
And you knew the fella, obviously you knew the fella, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you happy or sad for him, or happy for yourself? You know?
The fella that knocked on the door was a member of the crew, and he was lost after. There was 2 brothers lost at sea.
On the first trip?
On an English
On that trip?
No, a different.
Later on, yeah.
An English ship. 2 of them was lost. I think they were bombed in English Channel.
So you would have travelled everywhere where there was any people. Well, there would be a lot more fish stocks then, wouldn't there, than there is now?
There's no problem with fish then. No.
Do you ever watch Deadliest Catch?
Yeah.
You do, yeah.
That's a different type of fishing altogether, you know.
How different would it have been from?
Well,
from
we
Europe?
trawled with big nets, you know.
Yeah.
They used the cages like
crab cages.
mostly shellfish.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a life, though, isn't it?
Just to give you an idea, I just love watching that because it just gives you an idea of what it was like, you know. Because I don't remember ever seeing any kind of TV program about fishermen before until I seen, Deadliest Catch.
Yeah.
There's another one.
It's a tough life.
Very tough. It just seems like you could go over the side of that boat, especially in a big, big waves and big.
Yeah.
But you still want to
work.
Yeah.
As long as there's fish,
you were happy.
Yeah. There's no sleep.
Yeah.
But was there fisherman in or boat like a tendency to have that in the family? Was there like your dad? Was he?
No, he wasn't.
He
was Royal Navy. He was in the Royal Navy. He was in the First War. The Royal Navy. Then the brother went to sea.
So there was a tendency in your family to have people on the boats.
And my mother's, all my mother's people were all either fishermen or seamen.
Mm-hmm.
So did they have tattoos?
Or no, my father had one. Yeah, everyone. Especially the crowd that went to sea.
Yeah.
It seemed to be a seaman's thing. Tattoo.
I think there's always, anytime I've ever spoken to you, and I don't really know much about tattoos because I don't have a tattoo myself, but I think it's kind of, especially with Philip there, Philip was like, there was no way I was getting tattoos below the wrist because I couldn't cover them up with the shirt, you see. It was kind of illegal, they didn't see it like your mum or your dad, they would have had your hide, if they'd have found out that you were wearing a tattoo, even though it was like a situation where you worked on the family worked on the boats and it was a done thing. Was the same for you? Was it
with your mom?
Were you told never to get a tattoo or?
Yes, Fred. It's look, it's He-Man kind of thing, But it was put on your passport. It had a tattoo at the time. It was written into your passport. Tattoo on the right forearm.
Just identify you.
No, they don't bother now at all.
Like you're marked, you know,
Yeah.
properly marked, you know.
So my old seaman's book now, there's you can see it on his tattoo on right forward.
On your seaman's book. Yeah. It's gas.
So, do you remember your first tattoo, or do you know how many tattoos do you have? You only got
No,
one.
I only ever got with that one,
Yeah.
and it was the start of the war. They couldn't get the dyes, so it's really not good dyes, you know. I faded a lot.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe how time slips in, though. You know? It's hard to believe.
Yeah. Because I was saying you haven't changed at all.
Like I know men, and they're younger than me, and they're going around with a frame or two sticks or something. You know, just lucky, I suppose.
You still out, out and about, and so you're running down the road earlier on. That was, you know.
Yeah.
So and Kelly says that you love coming into town, and
Yeah.
which obviously you don't live in town. You live out in Finglas.
Yeah.
Finglas.
I wouldn't stay around the house.
Yeah.
I do the garden and stuff like that, but definitely wouldn't sit down all day in the house.
No, you
I'm
never
gonna
would.
tell you.